Welcome to a special and rainy edition of Friday Night Sports Extra. I'm Julian Minnesota alongside Sydney Berger here, and we are live at Lumen Field in Seattle. Typically home for the Seattle Seahawks, but only tomorrow it'll be home to the Washington State Cougars and the Washington Huskies for the 116th Apple Cup. Now, of course, this is a big game. We've been talking about it on our shows all night long, but we didn't want to skip out on the high school games either.
No, absolutely not. We had to make sure to bring you our game of the week, and this week it was Lewis and Clark versus Meade. The energy at Union Stadium was high tonight, and both teams were coming out there with a 1-0 record. The first quarter, Panthers quarterback Jalen Lehman running the ball in to give Meade an early lead. It was a close game of the week, but ultimately Meade takes down Lewis and Clark. The final score 30-16, and congrats to the Panthers again from winning our 4 News Now game of the week.
All right, heading over, Ferris versus Gonzaga Prep tonight. Prep coming into the game with a 1-0 record. It was 49-0 Prep up at halftime. And then Prep is going to take the kickoff, and Nico Alexander almost goes the distance for the score. He's ultimately caught from behind. G Prep stays to the air. Isaiah Dawkins is going to catch the ball in this next play for the touchdown and the score. It was all G Prep in this one. I mean, they cruised past Ferris 70-6. Yeah, that's a real score. It was one of the stronger performances we've seen so far this season for the Bullpups.
Well, we're now going to go to One Spokane Stadium, where North Central Wolfpack hosted the Chewelah Cougars. The Wolfpack came out hot as they looked to get their first win of the season. North Central's quarterback goes long, and the catch is good. The Cougars didn't let that last long before getting up on the board themselves. North Central fought hard through and came up on top. Final score 24-6.
Yeah, 24-6 there. Now Freeman taking on Rogers in the early game at One Spokane Stadium. That one was at 5 o'clock tonight. Logan Schultz had a pair of touchdown passes for the Scotties as Freeman took the lead, and they really never looked back in this game. Another dominant performance in back-to-back weeks for Freeman. The Scotties, they hang on to beat Rogers by a final of 21-24, or 21-14, excuse me.
Well, Julian, I wish we could have been there. The crowd was getting into it at Cheney, and Ridgeline comes into battle it out and get their first win. The Blackhawks come out throwing. Mason Stinson throws a touchdown to Carter Einer. This was a close one. The Falcons sneak by the Blackhawks by just a touchdown. Final score of this game 31-24.
And Central Valley made a short trip to University High School for the rivalry game. CB is 1-0 on the year, and they came out throwing in this one. Ryan Tuff, he's been tough all season long, throws a touchdown to Lanphier Camden for the score. As Central Valley, well, they go on to win. Bears dominated Mount Spokane last week, blanked them, and then they dominate University this week. They gave up a field goal, but it's okay. 35-3 is the final score. And of course, we just wanted to give you a quick rundown of some of the bigger games going on in our area this week, but we can't help but talk about the Apple Cup.
I mean, right where we are, just less than 24 hours away, right behind us, the Cougs and the Huskies are going to be taking it on in the 116th Apple Cup. We'll hear more from the Cougs coming up after the break.